Got Talent exclusive.
As we continue to mourn the very great and talented, console with you the chalice of God, the Holy Grail himself.
Biafra warrior, freedom fighter man, Ikonso is our hero, Ikonso in the rest of the paradise.
You fought like a soldier, and you died like a soldier. You never betrayed our fatherland. Your legacy lives on.
You are a gallant soldier, a fervent soldier, benevolent soldier. My brother, you will live on. Because you will live on. Because you are a hero. Because
What you get down, I did.
Truly avenged, because it is appointed unto man to die only but once. It is the way you die that matters. It is the way you exit the stage that matters.
The sudden death is unbearable. I feel the pain from my innermost heart. You just have to say goodbye, my hero.
Ebani no nechebe kasino to guanana. You left us, but you live on.
Ono no bogo, anchekwala Biafra. Njinji chireji, ala juroye. Iya ilurta, ESN commander. Umunde rayanye, konsawola.
You are the boss, and you offended nobody, but they choose to keep you.
And I ain't ready for you.
You offended nobody, but they choose to keep you. We revenge them.
There will be no mercy. There will be no mercy, I'm telling you. God, let that will all perish, because the will and the vision of God in the evening.
Because your death will be remembered.
Because you are a hero.
As Biafrans mourn you, the whole world wants you too.
It truly pains my heart that you are no more.
You are a hero.
The shock can never go out from my heart that you are no more. Continue fighting.
You are a hero.
Your sacrifices will never be forgotten. We will get Biafra reincarnate soon.
And the council will be avenged without apologies to any idiot wherever in the world. And the work is ongoing to that effect, and we're not going to stop until the heads are complete. 2,000 of them.
France Got Talent exclusive.
Biafra ka anyị chọrọ. Na so. Ezi nwa Chineke. Na so. Eziokwu. What's that called there?
Yes, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening, great Biafrans, wonderful people, lovers of freedom and friends of Biafra worldwide. I've come to you this evening. I remain your brother Mazi Abaleze Chukwubikem, Ago Biafra nke mbụ na Biafra, eze nwe ife na n'Igbo niile. Asị m ka onye chiri ya zelu, asị m ifeọma mere onye ya mere ibe ya. Asị m ka Chukwu okike bịa ma gozie nwoke gozie nwaanyị ndị nke na-ege m ntị ugbu a. Asị m ka etosa ozi a. Asị m na ị ga-adị ka echi maka echi ada agwụ agwụ. Asị m osisi ọbụla na fụrụ ụmụ Biafra na-atụ nkwe ufere bụrụ ya maka ọma jee ya n'omecha ọ ga-adụ hasị. Ana m asị ka Chineke nna gozie unu niile, gozie unu n'ụtụtụ ma n'ehihie ma n'abalị, gozie unu n'ọrụ aka unu, gozie unu n'iji ụkwụ unu, gozie unu n'omume unu, gozie unu n'ihe ọbụla nke unu na-eme. Ana m asị onye ọbụla sị na ụmụ Biafra ma ndị onye ọ ga-eji anazere mmiri. Ana m asị ka ụmụ obi eze si wee kpee n'ekpere wee tie ya ise. Ọ dị nwoke ọ dị nwaanyị nke ọbụla na-achọrọ ọbịbịa Biafra, ana m asị na onye ahụ agaghị afụ echi. Ana m asị ka hara bụ ndị niile na-agba izu ọjọọ megide ụmụ Biafra, ha niile ga-eji anazere mmiri. Ana m asị na ahụ mgbu ga-abụ nke ha, ihe ụfụ ga-abụ nke ha, ihe ịbakwa ga-abụ nke ha, ihe ụrụjọ ga-abụ nke ha. Chukwu okike bịa ma anyị daa n'ụkwụ gị n'abalị, anyị na-ekene gị, anyị na-asọpụrụ gị, anyị na-ebuli gị elu, anyị na-aja gị mma, anyị na-asị gị bịa nala ekene ihe nọ naanị gị ka o ruru. Anyị abịakwana n'iru gị ọzọ, anyị sị ka ị bịa nọnyere anyị n'oge dị ugbu a. N'ihi nke a anyị na-akpọku gị wee sị ka ị were ọsọ were ije luo anyị arụ, n'ihi na ekpere anyị na ayọyọ anyị bụ ka ị bịa chekwaba anyị ma duba anyị n'ala nke ahụ ị kwara anyị na nkwa a na-akpọ ala Biafra. Anyị na-arịọkwa Maazị Nnamdi Kanu onye ndu anyị, onye ndu ụmụ Biafra niile wee tinye gị n'ọbụ aka, n'ihi na ọha ọbụla nke etiri gị n'aka Chukwu okike bịa ma anyị ma na ọ gaghị ata nchara, ọ gaghị erekwa n'ure. N'ihi nke anyị na-ahara Maazị Nnamdi Kanu wee tinye gị n'aka. Anyị na-ararakwa ikpe nke a na-achọ ikpe ya n'ụlọ ikpe ndị obodo a na-akpọ Naijiria tinyekwa gị n'aka. Chukwu okike bịa biko ekwena ka ifere mee ndị gị, n'ihi na isi na oge ọbụla anyị nọ na mkpagbu anyị kpọọ gị na ịgaza anyị. Ekwena ka ndị ilo jụọ anyị ole ebe chi gị nọ, ole ebe chi unu nọ. Chukwu okike bịa ma ikwukwe sị na anyị ekwesịghị ka anyị nọ n'ala mba ndị ọzọ wee na-abụ abụ ekene wee na-enye gị bụ Chineke dị ndụ, na abụ nke gị bụ Chukwu bụ n'ala nke ndị gị ka aga na wee bụ ya. N'ihi nke anyị na-ayọ gị wee na-asị biko dododo, ọ dị nwoke ahụ ọ dị nwaanyị ahụ nke ji na Biafra ma mbịa, pigbuola anyị ya. Ọ dị nwoke ahụ ọ dị nwaanyị ahụ nke si na Biafra ma mbịa, nke ahụ obi ya siri ike onye eze ahụ Chukwu okike bịa biko gbanwee ọnọdụ n'ime ha ka ha nwee ike isi ka ndị ala ka ndị a nwere onwe ha, n'ihi na anyị bụ ụmụ gị. Chukwu okike bịa ma dịka ka ị kwuru si na mkpụrụ obi onye eze dị gị n'aka, na ọ dịghị ihe ọbụla nke ị nyere gị n'omume, n'ihi na ị pụrụ ịgbanwe mkpụrụ obi onye eze ka o mee ihe ọbụla nke ga-abụ ọchịchọ obi gị n'ebe ụmụ gị nọ. N'ihi nke anyị na-arara Maazị Nnamdi Kanu tinye gị n'aka wee na-echekwaba ya, wee na-asị ọ dị nsi ọ dị aja nke ọbụla a chọrọ inye ya, ọ dị nke ọbụla bara ya n'aka, ọ dị nke ọbụla bara n'ọnọdụ, nke ọbụla nke ọ zọrọ ụkwụ, anyị na-ekwu na ọ gaghị adị ile n'ime arụ ya. Ife ndị a niile nke ndị ilo na-akwado maka Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, anyị na-ekwu na ha ga-adị n'ala, ha ga-akpụ n'aja, n'ihi na ọ naanị gị bụ Chineke. Nna bịakwa gosikwa ha, n'ihi na oge etiri Daniel n'ime ọnụ ọdụm, i mere ka ya na ọdụm bụrụ enyi. Chukwu okike bịa ma onye ọbụla ga-abụ onye ga-elekọta Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ụlọ ndị DSS ebe nke ọ nọ, anyị na-asị ka ị bịa metụ onye aka n'obi, ka onye ahụ fụ ịdị mma gị n'ime ya, ka onye ahụ fụ eziokwu gị n'ime ya, ka onye ahụ fụ ife gị n'ime ya, ka onye ahụ bụrụ onye nke ga na-eme ihe ga-amasị gị bụ Chineke. N'ihi na anyị ma n'oge a ga-anụsị ọgụ a Biafra ga-abịa, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ga-adịkwa ndụ wee rie uru afụfụ niile nke ọ tara maka nwere ụmụ Biafra. Chukwu okike bịa n'elu ka esi gbuo nne ya, gbuo ndị niile nọ n'ezinụlọ ya, wee sị ka a mechie ya ọnụ ka hapụ ịdị na-ekwu maka Biafra, n'ihi na ọ chọghị iri ngarị, ọ chọghị ịnara aka azụ. Nna anyị na-ekwu ọ dị nwoke ahụ ọ dị nwaanyị ahụ ọ dị gọvanọ ahụ nke si na ọ ga na-agba mbọ iji megide ụmụ gị. Chukwu okike bịa ma anyị na-asị ka ikpuo ya iru n'ala. Anyị na-ekwu dịka Maazị Nnamdi Kanu si bụrụ nwa izizi nwa diọkpara na be nna ya, otu a ha si jide ya, a na-ekwu ka ị werekwa aka dị nsọ gị niile, aka ike gị wee jide Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, mana ezinụlọ ndị niile nke ji Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, ka ụmụ ha niile bụ ndị izizi amụ na ezinụlọ ha bụkwa ndị nke a ga-ekedo n'agbụ. Chukwu okike bịa ma otu a ka anyị si wee kwuo ya, nwekwatakwa na ọ ga-eme n'afa Chukwu okike bịa maka ekpere ise. Yes, my brothers and my sisters, you all know that I always like to use English to communicate with my brothers and my sisters, my followers, the lovers of freedom and friends of Biafra, because English is the language which everybody can understand what we are saying. And at this point in time, we need to communicate with English so that the world may know exactly what we are doing on this platform. Today's program is Matters Arising, but I have a topic that I want to discuss. That topic is very, very, very simple, and it is out there, and it's a very big one. It's a very simple but very big one, very powerful one. And that topic says UK Parliament set to discuss illegal abduction, torture, repatriation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria. Yes, this is the topic that we want to deal with this evening. This is the topic. Namba United Kingdom ndị kere obodo a na-akpọ Nigeria. Ọha kere obodo a na-akpọ Nigeria. Na ha ekwuona ndị ọkaikpe ha ndị ọnụ na-eru n'okwu n'obodo ahụ ekwuona na ha adịgo nkwadobe itinye ọnụ na ntọrị nke atọrọ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, na mmekpa ahụ nke emekpara ya, na ebuchigatara ya si na mba obodo Kenya wee bute ya n'obodo Nigeria. Ọ ihe okwu ekpo n'ọnụ maka ụmụnne anyị ndị chọrọ ka anyị na-ekwu n'Igbo. This is the topic we are discussing this evening. UK Parliament set to discuss illegal abduction, torture, repatriation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria. Like I told you people that on this platform, we are saying things the same way it is. We don't paint it to make it beautiful. We don't lie. We say it the way it is, verbatim. And we are going to look into this particular news that is circulating everywhere right now. The other day, day before yesterday, one of our brother who happened to be Minister of Justice in Canada have condemned the abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yesterday, Wale Soyinka, the Noble Rollet, have also condemned the adoption of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the repatriation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So many political analysts have condemned this move. And we all know that Nigeria is a signatory to right of right of indigenous people signed under the United Nations Charter. We all know that they are sitting on that agreement that nobody should repatriate anybody to a state or to a country where he is most wanted, especially a man of this caliber that is having the mandate of 75 million people and counting. Therefore, today, Britain is the country that created Nigeria. Britain created Nigeria in the year 1914, 1st January 1914. Yes, but before 1st January 1914, I want the world to know that Biafrans have been existing as indigenous people, peacefully, without anybody intimidating them, before the coming of Britain. At the same time, the Northerners was existing. There was Sokoto Caliphate. There was Kanu Empire. There was Benin Empire. If you don't know, you know it today. These are the empire that existed. And in our own side, we have Arochukwu Kingdom. In case you don't know. And we have Eri, Umueri Kingdom. We have Unri Kingdom. These are kingdoms that we are there before the coming of Europeans, before the coming of the white man. They were existing peacefully. They all had their kings and their queens. They all had their way of life. They all had everything they are doing that is working for them in their own way. Upon the coming of United Kingdom, which is the British, they came and they destroyed all these kingdoms that I made mention of. These kingdoms were ruled by kings and queens. Yes, they were governed by kings and queens. They have their own rules and regulations. They have their own rules of law, which govern them. And because of this, Britain came and saw and established empires in this side of the world. And they descended on them, dismantled everything, took away all the artifacts that they found in our land, took away all the treasuries that they found on our land, took away all the gold, the diamonds, every beautiful things that they found on our land, they took them away. They kidnapped our kings and our queens, cut off their heads. Lord Lugard sat, Fred Lugard sat, and took picture with the heads of all the kings and queens of Biafra from this side of the world. Ekumeku fought them for 30 years. Before they took over the land, Ekumeku was fighting them. from Biafra land. Ijebu warriors, we are fighting them from Oduduwa land. In the northern part of this country, they said no, they are not interested. Until they subjugated everybody, they subdued everybody, they killed everybody, they subdued all the kings, and they managed to bring them together on their knees. And this is what happened. And once those measures was accomplished, they now begin to rule over us. And they call them Northern Portrait and Southern Portrait. This is a two different kind of people that they brought together. Northern Portrait and Southern Portrait. When you talk about Southern Portrait, you have people of Biafra who are living in a place they call Bakassi Peninsula today, that have been caught and given out to the Cameroon because of the treaty they had during the war. We have Oduduwa people from the west, and these Oduduwa people, they have their brothers and their sisters in across the border of Benin Republic up to Togo. And Britain had to share us with French. They divided us just exactly the way they used to divide meat. When you kill goat meat or cow meat in your community, you divide them. This one is going to Omada, this one is going to Ndiokenye, this one is going to this one. That is how they shared us. They balkanized us. But the creation of Nigeria, the amalgamation of the South and Northern Portrait and Southern Portrait, they brought us together on 1st of January 1914 by Fred Lord Lugard. And this same UK we are talking about now have trained some prominent people from this both side of the country. People like Nnamdi Kanu, people like Amadou Bello, people like Sadwana. So many of them, they studied in this same UK. But they could not stand up to fight, to have full freedom from the UK. Because if these people that they were trained in this country that is holding us down today, we are able to stand up to demand for true freedom from these slave masters, they should be able to change their name immediately they got their independence from this country. Just like Burkina Faso, just like Ghana. When they captured Ghana, they changed their name to Gold Coast. When Ghana got their independence, they returned their name to Ghana, which is the land of the Ga. When they captured Burkina Faso and changed their name to Upper Volta, when Burkina Faso got their independence, they trashed the name Burkina Faso, they returned it back. They trashed the name of Upper Volta and returned it back to Burkina Faso because they are the Burkinas. Their way of life, everything about them was returned, despite the fact that they still have influence over their government. But at least their name was restored. But in this side of the world they call Nigeria, they could not trash the name given to them by this savage, this woman called Flora Shaw, girlfriend to Fred Lugard, who later became the wife. And the funniest part of it is that they did not have any offspring. If you have seen anywhere they say this is the offspring of Fred Lugard and Flora Shaw, please, I want you to show me and tell me the name of their children. A country that a man and a woman that put together, that forcefully put together, could not have children. How can such country survive? It is a childless country. There is no fruit that can come out of this nation. This country, it's not even a nation. That is how Fred Lugard and Flora Shaw were not able to give birth to any child. Go and check the history. I stand to be corrected. If you're a history student and you have the name of Fred Lugard and Flora Shaw child that they bear together after imagine Nigeria together, then you tell me the name of their child. We are here in this generation because we want to restore our dignity. We want to restore our pride. We want to restore our common value system, which British have trashed and taken away from us. Therefore, if you are watching us this evening, the topic we want to treat this evening is a very important one, very heavy one at that, which says United Kingdom Parliament set to discuss illegal abduction, torture, repatriation of Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria. We all know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went to the same Britain to study. He did not only study to be educated, he also studied the system of United Kingdom, how they operate. And it is the Lord's doing. Therefore, if you're just joining us, this is Exodus Biafra Television, the sister channel of As in the Hot Biafra TV and Biafra Television itself. We are here broadcasting to the whole world to understand what we want and why we are fighting. Forget about the story that the enemies are giving to you. Look at the story that you have on your table, looking at you, that you need to deal with. And I want to use this opportunity to ask all Biafrans, those that are broadcasting, those that are having programs here and there on internet, to concentrate on the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release. I want each and every one of you to concentrate. Please, I beg you. Stop the saga. Stop the distraction. If there's any news that you see out there which the Fulani have set to destroy the image of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you have to go and destroy that news with facts and figures. This is what I'm asking each and every one of you that is watching this program to do. Your commentaries on platforms is going far. Your statement is going far because the world is watching. Every word that you are saying, everything that you are typing, whatsoever commentary you are doing, whatever post you are making on internet, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, I want you to know that the world is watching. And so many years right now, while we have been fighting for over 10 years on this platform that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is moving, on this IPOB movement, I want you to know that so many people have been saying, why is United Kingdom not talking? Why is UK not talking? Why is America not talking? Now America is talking. Now United Kingdom is talking. They have started to talk. Now UK is talking. Now United Nations is talking. Now Canada government is talking. Now the whole world is talking. And don't forget, I will keep reminding you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made us to know that any day, BBC, Reuters, CNN, Al Jazeera, VOA, and all mega news begin to, all mega platforms, media platforms, or should I say heavyweight media, start to talk about Biafra and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You should know that the restoration of Biafra is at hand. That is what you should know, because the center cannot hold again, so things are falling apart. You cannot kill Ikonso. You cannot kill all our brothers and our sisters. You cannot massacre all the people from the eastern region. And you expect me to begin to rub mind with you to live in the same country where a law that governs the north is different from a law that governs the south, and you call it a nation, and you call it a country. It is not going to happen. Why in the north you have penal code? When somebody commits the same crime with somebody from the east, you penalize the person in the north. Then in the south, you have criminal code under one secular state. We cannot be coward to keep silent and to keep quiet to such nonsense. In the north, you have what you call the Hizbah police. Hizbah police is even arresting Nigeria police in the north. I have seen so many news where Hizbah police were arresting Nigeria police. You cannot stay, we can no longer stay in a country where the government will look somewhere else. They will not look at the people who are killing innocent people, who are raping women, kidnapping people. They will not look at them, they will not remember them, and they will be arresting people who are only asking for their freedom because of what their brothers and their sisters are causing in the country. We cannot continue that. Chinua Achebe have said it all. There was a country, and that country is Biafra, and that country have come to be restored with every speed and alacrity. Whether you like it or you don't like it, the abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is what we have come to discuss this evening. Therefore, I want your attention to be given to me. I need your 150% attention, not even 100. 150% attention is what I need, because I want to read the news. Then after that, I'm going to do analysis. When I'm done analyzing, I'll open my line. Then you're going to call to make your contribution. And I'm using this opportunity to let the whole world to know, every black man, to know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for each and every one of us. And we should stand up to show solidarity to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. He was abducted. They kidnapped him from Kenya and brought him to Nigeria against the international rules and regulations, which Nigeria is a signatory to. Therefore, my brothers and my sisters, lovers of freedom, friends of Biafra, please pay attention to this very, very important news that have hit the internet, and since morning, a whole lot of people have been sharing it. Let us go there. The United Kingdom Parliament is set to commence a debate on the abduction and the repatriation of the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, from Kenya to Nigeria. People Gazette's report. The British government had said that Kanu, who was traveling with a British passport, was not arrested within its shore, as controversies trailed the circumstances and where the separatist leader was repatriated from. IPOB had accused the Muhammadu Buhari-led government of abducting its leader in an East African country. A claim confirmed by Kanu's attorney, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, who accused Kenya, especially police force, of arresting, detaining, and torturing him before he was later handed over to Nigeria government. Meanwhile, Kenya High Commissioner to Nigeria, Wilfred Machage, had refuted claim that his country was involved in Kanu's arrest, stating that it was not involved in the process. Machage described the claim as deliberately concocted to fuel antagonistic feelings in the minds of certain sections of Nigeria people against the people of Kenya. But the UK Parliament, in a parliamentary schedule seen by People Gazette, will set aside a debate on Wednesday, July 7th, to discuss the British government assessment of Kenya's role in Mr. Kanu's arrest. According to the documents, Lord Alton of Liverpool will be raising the issue of the House at the House of Lords, and will query the government of the separatist leader transferred to Nigeria. Lord Alton of Liverpool, mainstream of Nigeria activist Nnamdi Kanu, the circumstances surrounding the transfer of Mr. Kanu to Nigeria against his will, of any assistance provided by him by the High Commissioner in Abuja. The documents read: last week, the head of communication, British High Commission in Abuja, Dean Hullock, confirmed that the Foreign Commonwealth and the Development of Office would provide consular assistance to Kanu. With regards to any question about whether the British High Commission is providing assistance in this case, we can confirm that the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office stands ready to provide consular assistance, Hoodlock had said. Kanu, also a British national, was arrested by the Nigeria government last week and faced 11 counts of treason, treasonable felony, terrorism, illegal possession of firearms, among others. That is the news. The reason why I read this news is for those of you who do not understand how we do things on this platform. And now you have understand that those who put us together are now about to begin to talk about our freedom. They are now about to begin to talk about the arrest of the kidnap of our leader, who happened to be their own citizen. What is your stake as a Biafran, as a friend of Biafra, or as a freedom fighter on this latest development? Because it is my matters arising. They are trying to let us know that the United Kingdom, the Parliament, and the House of Lords are going to debate tomorrow about the abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now they are now talking about their own citizen here. And this their own citizen that was adopted, he was tortured. Nigeria broke the law. They broke the rules of international convention for people's rights. They brought this man into Nigeria and handed him over to DSS. And now they are bringing up a Trump charges case, which they could not judge Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and sentence him for the past 2 years while he was in the prison. He was preparing to come to the court until they invaded his house and shot dead 28 people, and they wanted to kill him. And on that process, they killed the father and the mother. The father and the mother died. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had to escape because he had to be alive to face the judgment. And today, the game have changed. United Nations have also tweeted. United Nations Watch have also tweeted about this arrest of this great man. And today, we are having this news, live and direct as it is hot, that United Kingdom Parliament have set to discuss about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's arrest. And that takes me to play a voice note of a certain guy who have given insight on what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. And I want you to listen to him, because it is very, very important that you pick point from what this person have said, then you put it together with this news before I will open my line for you to call, because I don't want to talk much today. I want you to listen, share this program, that the world may know that we are out and we are ready. We are not going to keep quiet, and we are not going to give up until Biafra is restored. They are now seeing the importance of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu they are holding is representing 75 million and counting of Biafrans, both those in the riverine area and those in the hinterland. And anything they are doing, they should be very careful that no pain, nothing should hurt that man. The blood of that man should not touch on the floor of Abuja, because there shall be an earthquake that the whole world cannot stop. Let them go and study the history of the First World War, the year that Nigeria was created. They should study the cause of the First World War. I'm saying it every time I'm on this broadcast. It is as a matter of a prince that was killed in Europe. That was exactly what brought the issue of First World War. In case you don't know, I am going to show you. But before we go on, there is somebody that made a very beautiful analysis. Somebody that gives a very beautiful insight on what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been fighting for. I just want you to listen, and listen good.
I want to thank all of you young men and women gathered here today, and the opportunity given to me to address this audience. What I'm and short, so I'll go straight to the point. Freedom, justice, and equity is what Nnamdi Kanu represents. Freedom, justice, and equity are what Sunday Adeyemo represents. And these young men, their agitation is simple. Freedom from this mirage called amalgamation. Amalgamation that binds us together, yet we know nothing about who wrote the amalgamation. Not Hausa, not Yoruba, not Igbo. Who signed the amalgamation? Not Hausa, not Yoruba, not Igbo. Terms and conditions, all unknown. Not even one person from any nation come today to say he has his signature in this agreement. The agitation's young men in one sentence: freedom from political domination, guaranteed security, equal rights, and equal treatment or referendum, so that the farmer from Benue can go to his farm and do his farming without fear of being butchered while in his farm, so that the Christian from Southern Kaduna can go to his church and worship his God without being butchered while in his church, so that what comes from Niger Delta can be used for a better development of Niger Delta region, so that the Igbo man can be seen and allowed to live as equal citizen without being killed and wasted as if life has no meaning, so that the Yoruba man can be seen moving freely and occupy his father's land and move freely, sleep with his two eyes closed, and cease to be a vice president without portfolio. But right now, as I speak, the man Nnamdi Kanu, who is championing this cause, is languishing in DSS detention. He is being incarcerated, suffering alone while he is fighting the fight of millions of people. Who knows what he is passing through? If they have even given him water since he was arrested. Who knows if they even allow people to come and visit him? Who knows? With his hands tied, his legs tied, and with his eyes closed. Look at dehumanization for somebody fighting for you. Sunday Ademo, as I speak, is under attack, under DSS attack, just because he said no to this mirage called amalgamation. And hear this. The attack on Sunday Ademo, Sunday Igboho, as is popularly known, and the incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu is just a calculated attempt to silence you, destroy your tomorrow and the future of your unborn generation. But one thing I know is that these young men are just swallowing and bearing this sacrifice for you and I. These young men are bearing the pains. Nnamdi Kanu is bearing the pains. It's a sacrifice he's making for you and I. These two brave men have shown that one can die for his people. Unlike our politicians who are busy looting, siphoning and sycophanting just because of their political interests. Today, you and I know that we are living in amalgamation. Amalgamation written by the unknown, signed by the unknown, terms and conditions all unknown. If you talk, you die. If you don't talk, you die. So you better talk and die, because it is better to die standing than to live on your knees. Do you know that your action and inaction speak volumes? You sit there waiting for Britain, waiting for America, waiting for Japan, waiting for China, waiting for Russia, waiting for Germany, waiting for Israel to come and fight your fight. You are just hallucinating. You are just dreaming. Because they will not come. They are waiting for your action. It is your action that will determine their reaction. It is your reaction that will determine their action. Don't sit there and think there is nothing you can do. First, let me tell you this. Now, come to think of faith. Just have yourself in his position. As I speak to you now, Nnamdi is waiting to hear and to know if he is alone. Nnamdi Kanu is waiting eagerly and anxiously to hear and to know if he is alone in this fight. The world is also waiting to know. Even your oppressors are waiting to know who is representing the actual interest of the Biafra. Southeast governors on Nnamdi Kanu. The world is waiting to know if Sunday Ademo, Sunday Igboho is a leader without followers. The world is waiting to know if Nnamdi Kanu is a leader without followers. The world is also waiting to know if Nnamdi Kanu has as many followers as he claims he has, which includes you and I. So if you keep mute and think there is nothing you can do, your oppressors will keep doing what they can because you refuse to do what you can. They will keep doing what they want just because you refuse to tell them what you want. The impunity will continue and the tyranny will also continue. Then sadly enough, if you complain or march along the street to protest, they will kill you, carry your dead bodies just to cover up like they did during the EndSARS. If you talk, they will arrest you and accuse you of hate speech and prosecute you. But what a contrast. That the leadership of Mighty Allah claimed responsibility back in South, in men and children, raping women and their daughters, destroying people's homes, people's properties, and displacing people from their ancestral homes. They just called it herdsmen attack. So herdsmen have monopoly of violence. Herdsmen have license to kill. And you sit there thinking there is nothing you can do. You sit there thinking there is nothing you can do, waiting for United Nations to come and save you, waiting for United Nations to come and fight your fight. Let me tell you, United Nations is just like a snail. They will never come until you are finished. United Nations will never come until you are finished. Have you ever asked yourself, why has CNN, Al Jazeera, BBC, and then all international TV stations refused to broadcast or to report what is happening in our land? What is happening in this place? Just because they have been bought over, just because they are using the money they get from your area to buy over whatever, to buy over whoever they want, to stop what they want to stop, to silence who they want to silence. And you sit there thinking there is nothing you can do. Why there is something you can do much more effective than you can ever imagine. There is something you can do much more effective, I repeat, than you can ever imagine. On the 23rd of July 2021, we shall voluntarily sit at home to shut down this country, to demand for the release of Nnamdi Kanu on the 26th of July 2021. On the 23rd of July, we shall sit at home and shut down this country to demand that Sunday Igboho be left alone. We shall sacrifice a day, 23rd July 2021, just to express solidarity to Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho. On the 23rd of July, we shall sit at home to demand from Britain, our brother Nnamdi Kanu, because Britain has a record of when he left, where he was going, and why he is not back. On the 23rd, we shall sit at home to demand from Britain a copy of this amalgamation agreement so that we know who wrote, who signed, and the content therein, if possible, the expiring date. 23rd of July will be an indirect referendum to make the whole world know that Nnamdi Kanu is representing the actual interests of millions of ones. 23rd will make the world know that Sunday Adeyemo, Sunday Igboho, is representing the actual interests of millions of Odua people. On the 23rd of July 2021, we shall sit at home to shut down this country, to let them know that since they have refused to restructure, what we now want is referendum or removal from this enclave called Nigeria. Long live Biafra nation. Long live Odua nation. Long live.
Yes, thank you very, very much for watching this program. I just play this voice note that the world may know that people are coming out, Biafrans are springing up from every nook and cranny of this planet Earth, asking for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release. Protest is ongoing, but you guys are going to see the mother of all protests very, very soon. And those of you who are asking questions saying, why is everywhere silent? Why is everywhere quiet? Take it easy. We are more organized now than ever. We are more brave now than ever. We are more intelligent now than ever. 2015 is not 2021. What you guys are going to see is going to shock the world, because once we stand up, nobody is going to sit down again until Biafra is restored and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu released. That is the truth. So some of you that are still asking questions, everywhere is quiet, everywhere is quiet. If you want to do anything on your own, you can go out and do whatever you want to do. We have chain of command. This date that this guy mentioned here, I have not heard from DOS declare this date and approve it. But I play this voice note to the end that you may know that this is, I think it's a press conference organized by some concerned people from Oduduwa and Biafra. And this is their declaration. This amalgamation treaty, I believe God, as they are debating in the house of the House of Lords in the United Kingdom, we are going to demand for that treaty that was signed. They are going to prove to us on this cause of arresting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You people are going to see a whole lot of cans of worms is going to be revealed. We are going to know those people that signed this treaty, what was the content of the treaty, why the treaty was signed, who and who signed the treaty, who and who supported the treaty signed. It was the braveness, the resilient spirit, the doggedness of the people of Vietnam that gave them their freedom and gave them victory over America. Vietnamese fought America out of their own land with American might. In case you don't know, some of you do not have all these facts and figures, because I don't blame you. You don't even have information because there's no history in the curriculum, in Nigeria curriculum. America, we are fighting to take over the land that belongs to Vietnam and take what is there. And Vietnamese said, no, will it happen. He said, you kill all of us. They stood up against the tyranny, against the subjugation, against the intimidation of American might. And the ghost of their land was with them. And you know what happened? When America killed 1,000 Vietnamese today, tomorrow, 2,000 Vietnamese will march. When they kill 2,000 of Vietnamese tomorrow, next tomorrow, 5,000 Vietnamese will come out. When they kill 5,000, next tomorrow, 10,000 will march. Then America said no. That if these people are fighting to this extent, giving their life, allowing their blood to be spilled on their land, that must be something that we should look into. For that reason, for that purpose, we cannot continue killing. Because as they are killing the Vietnamese, so the Vietnamese was killing them. At the end of the day, America packed their load and they left the land of Vietnam. And Vietnam had their freedom. Vietnam had their freedom. And the victory was on their side. Why? Because when you are afraid to die, your enemies will be doing everything they want to do with you. But when you show your enemy that you are already dead, you're a dead person already, your enemy will be afraid of you. Because it's the same blood that flows in your vein, that flows in your bloodstream, that flows in the bloodstream of that your enemy. If you listen 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago, you will be hearing the Northerners coming out and say, we don't want war again. We don't let them go. Give them their referendum. If you want the referendum, you know what to do. Stop that hanky-panky games you are playing. The East, allow Southeast to go. It's not Southeast. It is Old Eastern region. With the Godo and the place you call Midwest before, which is Delta and the Edo, Godo and the Nyoma in general, Delta State in general. If you are saying let them go, we don't want war again, we don't need. Let me tell you people something that you need to know. It does not matter what happened to me after speaking to you today. What matters is you that is still alive, what you do. Ikoso have died. Jamaica have died. Mighty have died. Moshe have died. Chinedu have died. So many of my colleagues in this struggle, very close to me, people I eat and drink with, people I play with, people I see on daily basis, they have died. Did that deter me? Did that stop me from continuing speaking and fighting for my restoration? No. Instead, as the more they are killing my fellow comrade, killing my brothers, the more I'm becoming more even energetic. The more I'm becoming more stronger. Because whenever they are dying, I remember one of our comrades that died at Mpo. They shot him when he wanted to give up. He said, "Oh, please, do not give up. Keep on fighting because I took this bullet for you. I took this bullet for Biafra. And Biafra must come. Whether I die or whether I live, continue fighting." That was the word of this our comrade. He said he took bullets because of Biafra. So you think that somebody like me, who have been in the front line, taking bullets, protesting, doing all sorts of things, we back off because of the threat of the enemies? I will not. I can never. The worst they have done was the killing of Ikonso. It's not as if Ikonso life is more precious than others, because Ikonso was playing a very important and integral part in Imo State, stopping the Fulani herdsmen from taking over Imo State. Commander Ikonso was 1 million in one man. I said it on my platform. Since Ikonso was killed, go and look at what is happening in Imo State today. Go and look at what is happening. How Fulani herdsmen are kidnapping people at Enugu, Abia State, Enugu Omaya Expressway at Okigwe. The videos is out there. If you want, I can play it for you. If you want, I can play it for you. So it touches me so much because this is somebody that was fighting, protecting their brothers and their sisters. He swore and he said, I am not going to be alive and watch these people rape my mother. I'm not going to be alive to watch people rape my wife, rape my sister, kidnap my father. I will not be alive and such thing will happen. And the council was blowing them, pushing them, fighting them out of our bushes. But today, look at what is happening. Let me tell you something. When you determine to give up on something that is important to you, that is when you have done. That is when you have lost the war or the battle. Your determination to resist giving up is taking you to a victory. Once you say, I am not going to give up, it doesn't matter. Listen, I'm not afraid of anything. I'm a dead man. I am fighting for my children. I am fighting for the generation after me. I am fighting for common man out there. I'm even fighting for those people who are pointing fingers at our people, who are even betraying us, collecting money. I am also fighting for them. You have governors that cannot protect you. I am also fighting for them. Because there is this saying that says, first, they came, he said, first, 1 minute, because I don't want to misquote. He said, first they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Secondly, he said, then they came for the trade unionists. I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was nobody left to speak for me. And that is Martin Niemöller from Germany. And that was a word, the best quote of this man, before this man you called Adolf Hitler striked and killed 6 million Jews. You should remember always that injustice to one person is injustice to all. And because of this, United Kingdom, their parliament are out now to discuss about the abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And it is going to take place tomorrow. And we're going to watch it live to see how it's going to happen. Because our demand is very, very simple. We are not asking for a land that belongs to Fulani. We are not asking for a land that belongs to Hausa. We are not asking for a land that belongs to another people. We are asking for our ancestral land, the land that belongs to the children of Arodi, Areri, and Eri. The offsprings of God. That is the land we are fighting for. That holy land that belongs to our ancestors. And when the Northern come out to tell you we must remain together, nobody should tamper with the territorial integrity of Nigeria, nobody should do this. I want you to understand one thing. They are not saying that to better your life. They are not saying that to give you good education. They are not saying that because they want you to prosper. They are not saying that because they want to give you good hospital. They are not saying that because they want you to live a good life. They are saying that because of their interest in the oil that is deposited in your land, which they are sucking, which they are drilling, which they are taking, using the money from this oil, building railway to Niger, where their fathers and their mothers came from. Are you with me? They are using the resources that is coming from your land, building railway, developing a land that belongs to their parents, to their own parents. That is the truth, in case you don't know. I have to tell you today. They are not doing it because they want you to have a good life. No. They are not doing it because they want to beautify your places. No. For example, only one seaport is working in the whole Nigeria. And that is the seaport in Lagos. What happened to the seaport in Warri? What happened to the seaport in Calabar? What happened to the seaport in Iguacha that we call Port Harcourt? Ask yourself a question. Why did they block them? They block them because they don't want you to prosper. They don't want you to develop. They underdeveloped Eastern region. They underdeveloped Biafra land. They do not want us to develop. They want us to die of hunger and starvation. They want us to depend on them, on food. That is why they are taking the money from agriculture, the money from crude oil, and sponsoring agriculture in the north. Then sending their brothers and sisters to enter into our farmland, use their own cow to feed fat on our own farmland. In other words, making us not to, causing us not to go into our farmland and cultivate and get some food to eat. And in other words, bringing us down on our feet to depend on them for food. Just imagine last time they said they are not going to bring food to the south. They say they're not going to supply food to the south. That they are the one feeding us. You are not feeding us, Fulani herdsmen. What you do is you are taking the money from the oil from our land, you know, sponsoring the agriculture in the north, buying fertilizer, sharing them, giving them tractors and the equipment, and they are using it to farm. Then we that are farming, we that doesn't have such support from the government from our side, we are farming, we are trying, we are using our own bare hands, using hoes to make our own farm. Then you are bringing your cow to be eating it off. And you think that men of this caliber can wait and shut their mouth up. No. All your plans to take over this land will not work. Not in 1 million years, not in 1 billion years, not in 1 trillion years. It can never happen. It will never happen. I am not afraid of death. I was dead. I am dead. I am dead. I am dead. They have killed me before. And they have killed me all over again. The guy they killed, called Ikonso, is my blood. The guy they killed is my blood. All the people that have been killing, they are my blood. So nobody can destroy my spirit. You can venture to try with my skin, but I tell you something. As you are planning to capture Prince Darlington and keep Prince Darlington, make sure you don't drink water. Just make sure you stay away from water. Don't eat any food cooked with water. Don't do anything with water. Don't bath with water. Because any day you drink water, it will become toxin in your bloodstream. This kind of sickness that will befall you, you will just die. Because you want to kill me. I am telling you, all of you that are monitoring spirit, tracking yourselves and your fathers and your mothers, thinking that you can get, who is this guy talking? Why you let them see? Why you are planning to apprehend me? I make sure you are not drinking water again. Just stop drinking water. That is when you can succeed. It's not everybody that you can do anyhow with, just like you hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Watch out and see how the land is going to open and swallow all the enemies of Biafra. All your first children, your first sons, as I'm holding the first son of Biafra there, the son of a king, all your first sons are going to be, they're going to be under captive. From that very day you arrested him, you will see the madness of the people following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You governors, all of you ministers, you have your children scattered all over the world, right? Your children, they are schooling, some in London, some in Malaysia, some in Egypt, some in Dubai, some in America, some in Canada. You have your children scattered there studying. Yes. So for you to hold somebody who is representing the people, just allow the anger of a people to befall you. Over 75 million people. Go and check the history of what happened to Pharaoh. That same thing that happened to Pharaoh is going to happen to all of you that are holding us down. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have committed no crime known to man. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a freedom fighter. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands for truth. He stands for equity. He stands for justice. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we must not keep quiet. We must stand up everywhere we are in the world to demand the release of our leader. It is a must. It is a must. For your information, see, you have no option than to let these people go. You have no other option than to let these people go. That is when you can have peace. If you allow these people to go, we have peace. We can coexist as different countries. You'll be on your side, I will be on my side. If you are doing your agriculture, bringing your food here, we can buy if we want. Yes, we can buy if we want. We can buy from you. Then we will be building cars, fabricating machineries for that your agriculture. You come also and buy from us. We will live peacefully as neighbors. Your country may be Islamic nation. Our own is not going to be Islamic nation. Our own is going to be a Judeo-Christian nation. And every other belief that need to be in our country, if you are supposed to be, if you are going to be there, you must
obey the rules and regulations of the country. The law, the constitution of the country must be obeyed. This is something that you need to know. And we are not even stepping an inch back from these measures that I'm putting on the floor. It does not matter how many people you kill. It does not matter how many people you kidnap. What matters is at the end of the day what happened. I am going to show you people a video that is going to shock all of you, for you to know that this man, these people you call your governors, these people you call your ministers, apart from Abaribe, all of them doesn't want anything good for you. The only thing they care about is how they are going to enjoy and benefit from the status quo. They don't care if you are doing well. They don't care if you are dying. They don't care if you are enjoying. They don't care if you are sick. But that is why when they sick, they go to abroad. So this UK Parliament that is set to discuss about the apprehension of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as they are discussing it, they will be discussing about Biafra restoration, because there's a reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing what he's doing. They must address it. And somebody will come and tell us, hey, stop making noise, stop talking, we must stay together. You must stay together with who? Can a living human being stay together with an animal? And that is going to take me to show you a video. An interview granted to one Fulani idiot. And I want you to listen to it. You have to listen to this Fulani man. Maybe by the time you are done listening to this Fulani man, it's an interview granted on Channels TV. I'm sure some of you might have seen it. But if you have not seen it, I want you to pay attention and listen to this man. I'm not going to interrupt him. I will allow you to listen to him. So pay attention very, very, very well and hear what this Fulani man had to say. I want you to listen. This generation of Biafra, we are mean. We mean business. Just listen. Pay attention, please.
I think the coming together of the governance of the Southern extraction, to me, believe you me, is the very wrong way to go about issues of politics that affects the whole nation. Because the message here, unfortunately, is like ganging up against the rest of the Nigerians, particularly the North, by state actors who should be the ones that will protect and advance the unity of this country and ensure that all the parts of this country will feel comfortable by whoever end of the day will emerge as the president of this country. But if you go the way you are going and you have all the things listed in the communique or in their meeting, seems to be a kind of ganging up against the North. When you look at the grazing, you look at the insecurity, you look at the issue of politics 2023, how can we have elected officials, governors for that matter, coming out in this manner to emphasize things that divide us, not talking about things that unite the country? I mean, it beats my imagination. It is unfortunate that we don't have governors today coming together on issues of principle, that maybe that we are progressives, or we want a progressive government in this country, or we belong to a particular ideological leaning, and therefore we want to entrench that kind of politics in the country. But what we are hearing is that it's like these governors are not anything better than Iboho or Kanu or any person that is not elected to protect the nation. So I'm disappointed, really, to say the least, because by now we shouldn't be talking about these dichotomies that have nothing to do with good governance. You talk about North, you talk about religion, you talk about where you come from, and you are talking about fairness. I think we are getting it wrong. And the earlier these governors wake up to their responsibilities of ensuring that this country becomes stronger as one indissoluble, and one united country, the better for everybody. The way they are going will even kind of scare the North. And the North, don't forget that the North, in fact, controls, the largest chunk of the vote that you want to use to become the president of this country. Except if they are talking about president of Southern Nigeria, not the president of Nigeria. You must act in a way that somebody can entrust his future, his affairs in your hands. But the way these Southerners, the governors in particular, are going is not in any way in tandem with the intention of the founding fathers of this country. And if you look at what I think most of Nigerians, particularly the Northerners, will take from this is that we are out against you, and we want to make sure that we will retaliate. Whatever you have been doing to us, which perhaps nobody in the North really intends anything bad for the country. In fact, insecurity they are talking about, who is the worst? Who is suffering? The worst scenario of insecurity in this country, it is the North. Who is suffering the worst case of poverty? It is the North. Who is suffering the worst case of unemployment? It is the North. So what for God's sake are you saying in that case? So please let us behave as responsible state actors that are elected on the basis of advancing the unity of this country, not on the basis of dividing this country between the South and North. So 23 years, everybody knows that. In fact, Sean, when you talk about fairness and you look at the zones, North Central, where I come from, has not been given chance in this country to head the country in a civilian administration. All we have had, maybe from North Central, and everybody has had it, is a military junta. And the military junta are just people who they don't even consult anybody. All right. Before they emerge. Yeah. So don't talk about fairness. When you talk about fairness, North Central should be given the opportunity to rule this country come 2023. So let us talk about how to unite this country. How to
the reason why I'm asking you this question is because you're a politician, and this conversation, politicians have this kind of conversation. I remember at the twilight of President Olusegun Obasanjo's administration, the conversation of where next the president should go came up. Even when President Goodluck Jonathan was in office, this conversation also came up. Where should it go? And I remember vividly that northern politicians clamor that power should return to the North. So why do you think it's going to make the North uncomfortable when, if you count the years, and after President Buhari leaves office, it will have been 8 years of a Northerner, and there is this arrangement, an unsigned agreement within the political class that the power should be rotated, especially the PDP, be rotated between the North and the South.
The worst violators of the agreement you are talking about is even the southern, part of the country. When Jonathan was supposed to do only 4 years of his administration, when Yar'Adua passed away, why did he not stop after 4 years? Why did he go another 2 years and even wanted to have a third term? And the Southerners want to load it over the North so that, now they're telling us that it is 8 years of Buhari. So after 8 years of Buhari, it must come. Constitutionally, it's even under PDP, it's supposed to be 8 years of President Obasanjo. And after that, North was to have 8 years. North didn't have the 8 years. So when you are talking about fairness, why don't we be fair with ourselves when we are talking? So don't talk about fairness here. Talk about how do we unite this country? How do we ensure that we have a president that can deliver, for the people of this country? Where is the masses in all these discussions we're talking about? That the North, that we are, it is now the southern part that will have the chance to rule the country.
There is another issue.
Talk about the masses.
Yeah. There's another issue that is very critical. So the southern governors had said that come 1st of September 2021, they set it as a deadline for the promulgation of the anti-open grazing law in all the 17 states of the South in Nigeria. What's your take on that?
This is unfortunate, Sean, because we have, like I said, state actors, governors for that matter, giving ultimatum to a president, and you want to have peace in the country. You don't give ultimatum for God's sake. You don't gang up against your president.
Hey!
You don't, because they know that president has come out with a policy on grazing. Why can't you go back into your rooms? I mean, to political parties or some caucuses. Or
and Yabagisani, is this a gang up? Apologies, please. Is it a gang up against the president? Because I didn't see the name of the president here. the solution of the southern governors is against the bandits and against the killer herders who they say are moving with weapons, and their solution is that there should be no to open grazing. That is their own solution. And why would you say it's a gang up against the president?
And nobody supports, terrorism, because I even look at it as terrorists. People who are carrying, guns without license or without the authorities giving you the permission to do that. But the point I'm making is that everybody in this country and all over the world knows that Mr. President has come out very strongly behind the issue of open grazing. So why should state actors that are supposed to be in the same party with him, that are supposed to protect the interests of this country, now come out and give ultimatum, to the country, which is headed by a northerner? So this is wrong. This is the wrong way to run this country, please.
All right. So let me, and okay.
And then knowing that they are not representing, even though.
Let me bring back Mr. Falana into the conversation.
Yes. Fellow Biafrans, I believe you must have listened to that idiot, that cow brain called Sani. These unity beggars, I equate them with the word unity beggars. That is who they are. Do you see how furious this man is? Did you pick a point from this man? That he is even letting you know, now they are no longer North. Now he's talking about North Central. That North Central have never ruled Nigeria. That after this LPC government, that North Central is supposed to take over and rule you for another 8 years. And these are the people that we are telling Wike, promising Umahi, promising Okezi Basu, 2021 president, Igbo president. These are the people that are letting you to know that in 2021, that they are going to give Wike, and all these things we are just acting to make sure that they kill their brothers, quench every agitation, shut everybody up. Do you understand what I'm saying? And this idiot is here saying that it is wrong for the governors of the Southerners to congregate and give a law and put up a law against anti-grazing. This grazing is the problem of Nigeria. This grazing route is the problem of Nigeria. But it was given to them at a platter of gold because they negotiated it and it was given to them. But we are telling them that it's not going to work in our own land. The people that this grazing they're talking about, is it a national issue? This is a private business, for crying out loud. The Igbo spare parts sellers in the Kaduna, in Sokoto, in Kebbi, in Katsina, they rent the shop, they pay. In some cases, they buy the land, they build the shop, and they do their business. They don't even give anybody problem. Instead, they develop your land. But you have people whom you are fighting for to have open grazing. They come here, they come here with their cattle, they enter into our farmland, they eat up our crops, they kidnap our women, they rape our mothers, rape our sisters, they kidnap our fathers, they kill and butchered our people. And the governors, we are sleeping for a very long time. Do you know why the 17 governors are awake right now? They are all awake simply because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have wakened them. Ohamadike metego hanora ozioma Nnamdi emetago hanora ozioma Nnamdi emetago hanora ozioma Nnamdi emetago hanora ozioma. The message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have wakened the governors, and the unity of the South is the fear of the North. The country is already split into two, the North and the South. Then when we come to the South, we know how to do what, how to go about dividing ourselves. The governors had meeting and said that the DSS should stop arresting people at night. That is one of the communique, one of the things they discussed at the meeting. You don't enter people's house at night and kidnap people without the knowledge of the governors who happen to be the first security of the state. And they allow it to be happening all this while. Now it have gotten to the turn that they enter Igbo's house because Yoruba governors, they get sense. Because Yoruba governors, they know what they want. Because Yoruba governors, they have thrown their weight behind Igbo. Now, these idiots, these cowards that have been sleeping all this while, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have woken from their slumber, have realized that the Yorubas, they have sense, and they have marched together. And because of their marching together, the North are now in disarray. The 19 northern governors have been having meetings in Sokoto. They have been having meetings in Kanu. They have been having meetings in so many places, and no governor from the south was asking them question. What is the outcome of your meeting? What happened? What happened? Nothing like that. If the governors from the south exhibit the whole power, the whole strength they have, the constitutional right they have, I tell you that nobody can stay in Abuja and give command in their states, and it will take place. Never. Look at your own government, the arrest of their own son Igboho. Your own governor are now bringing bombers and threatening that they are going to bomb here, they are going to bomb there, and they are bombing, killing their own people who are fighting to protect you, your father, and your mother. And the UK Parliament is going to discuss this. And when they are going to discuss this, believe you me, a whole lot of issue will spring up. Trust me, a whole lot of issue is going to spring up. And one of the issue is, what is the cause of this whole agitation? Another topic that is people are going to look into is the amalgamation of the northern portrait and the southern portrait. What is the outcome? Is there an expiring date? And who are the people that sign these documents? And when you listen to this man gushing spit out of his mouth, saying that we should be preaching to stay together and live together. Are we living together? And no Igbo man, no single Igbo man, no single man from the 5 states you call Southeast is among the service chiefs. And he said we should stay together. When you want to discuss, when you have fake meeting, federal executive meeting, when you want to discuss about the whole country that you are forcefully put us into, there is no single person to represent us. So if they discuss to come and kill us, nobody that will say no in the meeting. And they want us to be together, forcing us to be together by force. Britain are going to look into that paper, that amalgamation. And when they tell you our founding father, who is a founding father? How old was Zeke in the year 1914? Zeke was born in the year 1904. Zeke was barely 10 years at 1914. And was Zeke there? Was he among the people that signed the amalgamation of Nigeria? How old was Awolowo in 1914? How old was Tafawa Balewa in 1914? How old was Nahoro? These are the pertinent questions that people need to ask themselves. So when they are telling you we must be together, they are not saying it because they want the Ijo man, a fisherman in Ijo land, to live a good life. No, they do not want a bicycle repairer Igbo man in Nkwobuhiala to live a good life. No, they do not want that. What about the Ogoni land cleaning, which they promise? This anger you see in this man is showing you the picture of what they want. That is your land. They need your land. Their father promised them that they're going to sink the Quran into the Atlantic Ocean, and that is their plan. And they have concluded their plan. And next year, 2022, is their deadline. So they are trying to use this APC government to fulfill that promise. But I tell them that come on, you go down a while. Instead of that to happen, heaven will touch ground and the world will shake. It will not happen. You will never ever take over our land. Look at how they are in charge of all the whole paramilitary positions. They are in charge of your seashore. They are the one. Can you imagine? Can you just imagine? And these people are doing their private business. Now that the governor have said that from 1st of September, that the law that is going to in the whole south from A to Z is not southeast. This time around, it's not southeast. It's not south. It's not southwest. No, because now they understand the word of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that together together, united we stand, and divided we fall. They divided us into pieces: southwest, southeast, south-east, and they're finishing us. But when they go to the north, they say north. It is now that this man is trying to pitch to pick out North Central have not ruled Nigeria. They are going to return to Northeast. That Northeast have not ruled Nigeria. Blah blah blah. Begin to talk. Now listen to me. I want you to listen. On this United Kingdom Parliament set to be discussed tomorrow, you are going to see what will happen. You are going to see what will happen. There are questions that people need to ask. Those questions are the fundamental questions that need fundamental answers, clear answers. Why were we amalgamated with these people? Who signed the amalgamation treaty? Was there an expiring date to this amalgamation that was given to us? Was there any date? If there is date, then were we allowed to host what is called Sovereign National Conference? No, what they had was a cock and bull, was a kangaroo, kutugi, whatever confab they had, which never yielded any seed, because the people they sent to represent me, the man they sent to represent me was Ike Omasanda Nwachukwu, who fought against Biafra nation. So how will he speak in my favor? And who appointed him? The same people. Your enemy is giving you somebody to protect you, and whom is choosing is your enemy. So how can your interest be protected? It's just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the court now. For you to give Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Malami to come and represent Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. Just for you, it's just like you giving his enemy to him to come and represent him. How can it work? This parliament, UK parliament, first of its kind, standing up to speak about their citizen and the restoration of the nation of Biafra. Very soon I'm going to open my line, then you can call and make your contribution. But before I do that, I want to show you something that will shock you again. Because on this platform, as it is hot, so they talk. I remember your brother Mazi became a good Biafra and I want to show you why you should not listen to these your governors. You see, these are governors. They are killers. I repeat, they are killers. They are destiny killers. They never meant well for you. Because their children are all studying abroad. They don't care about your schools. I'm going to show you something that will shock you right now. Please, just put your eye on the screen because I want to show you this. Very, very important that you look at it and know the reason why we need Biafra. And Biafra must come. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, nothing will hurt him. I want you to look at this. This is a primary school.
Central School.
Central School, look at where they are studying. Ijowa. Yes. Look at. Every roof is falling and the wind is working. Yes. Look at where children are studying. Is not as a character child going to study in this kind of place? Is a Mahi child going to study in this kind of place? Is what do you call him? If I know power children going to study in this. Look at it. Look at what is happening. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it with the school. He's falling. If rain is falling, he's beating the children. If sun is shining, he's beating the children. Look at it. How can these children be under this kind of dilapidated building, this situation, to study and learn something? And when I talk, you say I should not talk. God will punish anybody who says I shouldn't talk. Look at it. Look at the school. Obiama is working. In easily, oh my goodness me. Overall. Agwata. Look at it. Look at the school. They will come and snap, they will go and take money and they will eat. Look at it. Oh my God. No toilet.
No here.
In the bush.
Jesus Christ.
In the bush. Look at it. But their own children are studying in Dubai, studying in America, studying in the United Kingdom. Their own children. Look at where other people's children are studying. When he's beating them. No chair, no seat at all.
No toilet.
No toilet, no seat. Look at this, the roof. Oh God, oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Look at it. This is the reason why we are fighting for Biafra.
Okay,
they will come and they will snap picture. Then they will go. They will use it to go and collect money for Federal Minister of Works and eat the money. Look at it.
Social media.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Governor Gafia. Now I have a central school a bed.
Aguata.
Now under this deplorable condition. So
you can even fall on them and kill them one day. The Ben Aqua. Oh God. Shame to all the governors from the East. They don't meant well for you. Yes. You see the video. I hope you have seen the video. Can Governor Mahi, can Governor Okezie Ibazu, can Governor Willie Obiano, the Supreme Governor, fourth position that became first in Imo State, can their children go in this kind of school? Can they? Do they care? They do not care. I'm showing this because I want you to share it that the whole world may see it. And they will come out, they will say, vote for me. I will do this for you. I will do that for you. I will do this. The money that is supposed to be used to build this school cannot take up to 10 million. What is 10 million? It can't take up to 5 million. 5 million naira will set up this school. My father is an engineer. He's a civil engineer. My father built house. To set up a very standard school here, 5 million naira, only 5 million. Is going to set it up. How much is Ifan Yoba collecting every month as a senator? Uche Ekunife, how much is she collecting as a senator every month? Is it their wardrobe allowance? Am I supposed to talk about their wardrobe allowance? Or should I talk about their newspaper allowance? Or should I talk about their feeding allowance? Do you know how much people these are collecting? Do you know? As senators, they are collecting millions every month. And look at a school where the common children are studying. That school may fall on top of those children one day and kill them. That is when they will come to do something. Am I going to talk about those who collect contract at the cost of 200 billion, and they will sublet it to someone at the rate of 100 billion? The person will sublet it to another person at the rate of 50 billion. The person will collect the contract again and sublet it to the contractor that will do a work that's supposed to take at least 100 and something billion. And the contractor will use substandard materials to do it. Now, let me show you another before I open my line. As in the heart, that is how I'm saying it. Because on this platform, these people, they are in a very big mess. They are in a very big mess. The mess they find themselves in is, let me tell you the gospel truth. This generation, we are not laughing, and we thank God for social media. And we're going to use this social media to bring to every evil that they have meted against our people, we're going to bring them to light line. The whole world must see it. So why UK Parliament are discussing about the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they must also discuss about the freedom of the people of Biafra. Because the problem, the issue that caused the problem that we have on the ground have not been treated. It has not been talked about. Now I want you to watch this. Watch this, my brother. If you don't have a heart, then after watching this, you must have heart. You must have sense of reasoning. Watch this. This is a road.
If you don't want to do, you don't do. You know that you did not do anything. See him now. See him.
See a road.
See him. Now be this. See, I swear to God, if anybody.
Look at the road under construction. Watch it.
Everybody went down for this evil. When they happen for this country, tomorrow they'll send a Buhari. Tomorrow everybody gonna point fingers.
Evil men everywhere.
Small opportunity when we go get to represent our people. Well, no, my own community. God forbid battle. God forbid battle. See rubbish where they happen everywhere.
People don't even know.
See rubbish where they happen. They say make me and they pray. Say make me and they pray for best when they do wrong. Pray for wetin. Pray for which rubbish.
Watch him.
Pray for which rubbish. How you gonna do this thing? If you tell me the water, where the water will flow.
People are becoming mad. This guy is becoming mad. He is not happy with what is happening. Look at, they will give them money to do something. They will just eat all the money and begin to. They will share the money. Yes. This is what Pastor Nnamdi Kanu is talking about. This guy have gone the stage. Look at ordinary hand. Look at the road, a whole third road. He's using ordinary hand to remove it. Only asphalt. Only asphalt.
Kill that person. Ogu go kill the person. God go punish all of una. When they represent God, when they do it, God go kill all of una.
Okay.
Because the money they call, una they chop her.
Okay.
Many of una when they do this, Ogu go kill una.
Okay.
Others they hold it. I mean, therefore, they will not do anything. See rubbish, see nonsense. If I put that God this road, then I saw all go up.
Of course.
All the road go up.
And they have collected the money.
That they appeal with the person. God will punish anybody when they do so. Anybody when they represent us, when they represent well, God will kill them. Me, I know they fear us. You don't get who no go die. If I die today now, don't die so. I know they fear anything. If I die today, I know that but everybody will die last time.
Yes.
Now not be this. Now not be this one. How you gonna do this thing? You not poor. You not poor road. You not poor road. You the cover. You not poor road. You the cover. It make any sense to human being. This better than God. You not go wash them. Does it make any sense? God is see all of us. No problem. Me my over make I dey go my house. I don't can talk. I pray if I dey come back live. Make I don't come from Igala again. Make I don't even come from Akukwedo again. Go out, Chime, you go see what they do there. Well, who will kill everybody throw away? For this local government, should be election they come to. Somebody say make a day, please say
yes.
Somebody they do.
Yes, it happened in Kokedo. Yes, you can see it now. This guy have explained what is happening in his own constituency. That is to tell you that these people does not even meant well for you. All the money that these people are collecting, what are they doing with it? They are banking it, sending their children abroad, doing all the whole manner of things that they want to do, living a very beautiful life. Then we are here suffering. And you think we can keep quiet? It cannot continue like this. Now I want to open my line for those of you who want to contribute to this program. If you have something to say, because we are the topic that we're discussing today, it is matters arising, but the main topic we are discussing today is the UK Parliament set to discuss about the abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you have something to say, the line is open right now. When you call us, we are going to pick up your call, but don't forget to tell us as they hot. Now, so you go talk on this platform. All these governors, I know they are here. Their representatives are here. They are watching. And we are telling the whole world that why United Kingdom Parliament are talking about the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they should also be discussing on how to separate Biafrans from this Janjaweed, because they don't meant well for us. They are not even fighting for Nigeria to be together to make Nigeria greater. No, they are fighting for Nigeria to be together because of the money they are making from Nigeria as a contraption. That is the problem, and that is the situation. So we are continuing on this platform, and as they hot, that's how they talk. My number is open, the line is open, and the number to call is already on the screen. For those of you that want to contribute on this platform, go ahead and make your contribution. Call us and we shall answer you. But please, you have only about 3 minutes to contribute, to make your contribution. Welcome to this program, as they hot.
Hey, Mazi.
Welcome to the program.
Hot.
Thank you.
Hello?
Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, Mazi, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening. I came across your program now, and later in the day, I would later this evening I will also be running a program. You know, my Facebook has been blocked for some time now.
Okay.
So, but I want our viewers to join me on Biafra Pekin. If you search for Biafra Pekin, we carry our leader face from Facebook. You add me there. I'll be coming live in no distant time, and all of us will be communicating, because for some time I have been finding a way to come live, even though I've done some recording for our people to encourage them. There is something I want to point out very fast. I know that at this point in time, our people are yearning for leadership. Our people are expecting information from the Directorate of State, from everybody, from sources. But one thing our people need to understand is that we are not in a situation where we rush into issues. Gradually, we are beginning to see informations. The most important thing is that our able lawyer, Barrister Ejiofor, has been able to get in touch with our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and that communication has been established.
Yes.
All our people need to do now is to continue to, make their contributions, continue to support ESN. Very, very important. Our leader have already told us, whether I'm there or I'm not there, support ESN. ESN needs the support of Biafrans now more than ever. Because the problem that Nigeria government have is the ESN establishment. How our leader was able to establish the Eastern Security Network to protect our people from Fulani headsmen. And these are the things they are trying to build up, to use some people coming out to say they are ESN to bear witness against him. So that the ESN that our leader have established, we should for any reason, we shouldn't let it down. It is time for us to continue to support ESN. It is time for us to continue to make our contribution in that direction, because it will be too bad that our leader established such an outfit and we cannot maintain it in his absence.
Of course.
So these are the things we must look into. We cannot for any reason allow the exit of our leader to open the door again for terrorists to come into our land.
That's correct.
So it is important that our people understand that our leader has done his part for us. It is now in our responsibility to continue from where he stopped until he comes out and join us back again. There is a clip you played, Mazi, where the northern idiot was analyzing the meeting of the southern governors.
Yeah.
And there is a point that he made. He said, as far as the north is concerned, all the southern governors have become Nnamdi Kanu and the Sunday Igboho.
Yes.
That from henceforth they see all of them as
Terrorist.
Including Hope Uzodinma himself.
Terrorist.
Who have been seen them to kill his own people.
Yes.
So it is very, very important that our people understand that the North do not see you different. Yes. Whether you kill your people or you don't kill your people, including Wike. Wike is also seen as Nnamdi Kanu.
Of course.
You know, so at the end of the day, it is very, very important that the next generation will understand the mindset of the Northern people towards us. They see us as one. It is we that doesn't see ourselves as one.
That's correct.
The man made it very clear that as far as he's concerned, that the decision for these southern governors to now stand up to say they want to protect their people, that they have taken the stand of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho, because that is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho represent.
That's correct.
Defense of their people.
That's correct.
So any day you stand up and say you want to defend your people,
you become an enemy.
You become Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho, and that is how the North sees you.
That's correct.
The importance of the North is, as long as they will continue to have their way, subjugate the South, continue to do whatever they like, one Nigeria can continue.
That is true.
But any day you say, no, this thing you are doing is not good, very soon you're going to see that North is going to start demanding that they want to get out of Nigeria now in the next few weeks, because the subjugation is no longer in their favor. Fulani herdsmen killing and massacring our people will no longer be in their favor, because as long as they continue to kill us, destroy our goods, destroy our way of life, one Nigeria is good for them. But any day they can no longer, manipulate us, kill us, do whatever they like, that day you see that they themselves will tell you that they are no longer interested in one Nigeria. So the essence of one Nigeria for the North is the subjugation of the South. And you can see what the man was saying, that the governors are doing things instead of talking about how to unite the country.
Can you imagine?
But since the Fulani herdsmen have been killing our people, the North have never one day come out to condemn the activities of the Fulani herdsmen. But today they are coming in strong terms to condemn the activities of the governors who want to protect their people from the Fulani herdsmen.
Mm-hmm. Who work the governors?
Who work them up? So, Mazi,
who work the governors
up? It is very, very important. Yes, you want? Yeah, go ahead, Mazi.
I say, who work the governors up to do what they are doing now?
That is what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
The essence of the governors coming together, the governors have seen that the position they occupy has become useless.
Yes.
By the reason of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho taking the position of securing the people.
That's correct.
The governors have now seen that even though they are governors, they have failed in their constitutional duties to protect the life of the people.
That's correct.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho have taken this mantle of leadership.
Upon themselves.
And they now see that it is useless to be a governor when you cannot protect your people.
Yes.
And in the first place, the people that, like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho, who have taken up this leadership position, are now getting more support from their people. Mm-hmm. And as a result of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu clarion call, continuously reminding them of their duty, that have wakened the governors up as well, because it took Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shouting over the years for the governors of this entire South. In fact, the unity of the entire South today is as a result of the effort that is put in place by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to make sure that the entire South unites together to be able to defend themselves.
That's correct.
And at this point in time, I want our people not to fear. I want our people not to be in any way shaky, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu journey to Kenya, he already told us in a way. He dropped the code, but we didn't get it. That very soon I was going to be on the ground. He said, I will be on the ground, I will be leading from the front. He said it in his broadcast in recent times.
Yes.
And he committed us into continuous prayers, because he already knew, when Christ was sold, he told his disciples to go into prayer because he knew something was. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knew that a time like this
have come.
It's already at hand. That is why he gave us the book of Psalms to continue reading. And we must continue reading. So what we are saying here is that at this point, our people need high level of discipline. There should not be any form of discord or whatever disturbs in the circle or in the hierarchy of IPOB. Because what the only joy in Nigeria we have now is to start hearing stories that IPOB leadership is falling apart. That is what they are expecting. That is the rumor they want to hear.
Never.
But we want to thank God that we have people of caliber in the helm of ourselves, the leadership of IPOB, who have already had also the experience that we have today. They were the same leadership that bailed our leader from prison in the past, and they are going to use that experience to work for Biafra and see that our leader is released and return back to us. I'm talking about the British debate for tomorrow. The channel is already opening for debate internationally. People are now beginning to, people who have kept quiet, who have been ignoring the call for Biafra referendum, are now beginning to wake up to that responsibility to ask questions and make the right move to make sure that Biafrans get their referendum. So, but one thing we can guarantee Biafrans is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming out of the dungeon of the zoo called Nigeria with a very positive impact, and that impact is going to be referendum for Biafra people.
Of course.
Nigeria have no case against him. They can build up all the stories and build up all the witnesses, all the false witnesses, but at the end of the day, they are all going to crash.
Of course.
Because the truth is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have not committed any crime, have not committed any offense. The only offense he committed is standing up to defend the people, and that is not an offense before the law.
Beautiful.
Standing up to defend your people is not an offense before the law. All the Fulani herdsmen, they have ransacked villages from Ebonyi to Enugu, to all the villages, even in Yoruba land. None of them have been brought to justice. None of them have been arrested up to today.
Not one.
But the man who stood up to defend his people is being arrested, and today, that arrest is now beginning to open a new chapter for the struggle for Biafra restoration. But I want to tell our people, remain positive, remain resilient. I'll be coming in the next few minutes or hours to also talk to our people, give them opportunity for us to communicate. My name is Ike Patrick Ike. Mazi, I want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you very, very much, Mazi Ike. This is one of us, my brother from another mother, from the coastal region of Biafra and from Anyoma. As you can see, he is telling us that he have his new account at on what do you call it, on Biafra Pikin. So my followers, Biafrans, you can go and join him on Biafra Pikin. When he starts his own program, you can send him friend request. So whenever he's running his program, you can connect with him. On this platform, we all own it. It belongs to all of us. And I want you to know that Chukwu Kabiama is our God. Right now, the line is open once again for any other person that want to call in. I will pick up your call. And this point that Mazi Ike Patrick just picked up right now is very, very important. That the man made mention saying that the North, as long as the governors are concerned, that the North are seeing them as Sunday Igboho and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because they are now standing up to defend their own people against the killers that are carrying gun that are carrying gun and carrying cow in disguise, raping our women in our lands. Once, as they said, on September 1st, and this constitution, this law is being implemented in the whole South. It is no longer in Southwest. It's not in Southeast. It's not in South. It's now in the whole South. So you can see the synergy is very, very strong. It's huge. So the North are now beginning to understand that they cannot break us anymore. And who made it possible? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because if we come together as the South under one umbrella, very, very strong, whatever they want, they will receive it. I have another caller on the line. Welcome to this program, I see the hot.
I see the hot, not so I will talk completely.
Your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, I remember the
Please, you have only but
yes.
2 minutes. 2 minutes to make a contribution.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Biafrans worldwide, I want to use this media to tell all of us to keep on the good work, because our leader has arrived. He has arrived his destination. No more blah, blah, blah. Both those are talking, you are in foreign country, you are in this, you are in that. He's now with them there. So he has accomplished his mission. It remains we to do the practical, because the practical work is important. What is Biafra we are restoring? That is what everybody now should be warming up to grab, because we need to grab it completely. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much, my brother, for your contribution. The line is open, and those of you that want to call can go ahead and make a contribution, because I do not want this program to stay too much long than expected. I have only but maybe a few calls to take on before I will bring the program to an end. I am Mazi Opeleze Chukwu Bikem Ago Biafra Kembu Nambo. Eze Nwife na na Biafra niile gba gburugburu. Ana m asị ihe ọma mere onye mere nwanne ya. We are still here. We are going nowhere, because we must fight on until Biafra is restored. So if you have not joined us on this platform before, you are joining us for the first time. This is Exodus Biafra Television, and as it is hot, and so they talk, we don't spare anything. We say the truth, irrespective of who is concerned. Welcome to this program, as it is hot. I have a caller on the line. Welcome to the program, as it is hot.
Yeah, hello.
Stop. Thank you. Stop listening to yourself and talk to me direct, please.
Yes, I have already moved away from there.
Okay, go ahead, please.
My name is Agabo Benjamin.
Okay.
Okay. So my contribution is that I want to tell all Biafrans, for everybody to be strong. This is the time that we're supposed to be strong. You know, Biafran struggle is something like, Biafran struggle is a process. It's something under process, stage by stage, every day by day. This is the stage where we are now. And I believe this is the final stage. So we have to be very strong and be resolute and be ready to face the remaining 10%, because I believe Biafran struggle is in 90% already. So everybody don't need to be arguing or asking questions. All they have to do is to be ready and be resolute. Whatever they ask anybody to do, let them do it. And at the end, who will be free? You see, Mazi says, I am coming home, and he's already home. So why are they asking many questions again? Today, now, everything is unfolding and everybody is seeing it. So this is the last wave of Biafran struggle. So all I am saying is everybody to be strong. That is all I have to say, my brother. Thank you so much, and keep on with your good work. May God bless you.
Bless you too, my brother. Thank you for your good advice. Everybody should be strong. Our leader promised us that I'm coming home, I'm going to lead from the front, and I am going to lead this movement from the front, and he have now finally in the front line leading this movement as he promised. And those enemies that are holding him should understand the power of those that are following him, that they dare not scratch his body. Let what happened to him in Kenya be the end of everything. I mean, that was a mistake, but Kenya are going to pay so dearly for it. Kenya Airways. Kenya. Mark it somewhere. Kenya are going to suffer for laying their hand on the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. The man that represents over 75 million people, the man that is untouchable, that is who you dare want to touch in Kenya. Rough handled him, tortured him, a whole Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I'm still waiting to see all those people who are talking from both sides of their mouth, who are blabbing. Come out and mock Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am waiting for all of you to come out and mock. And this, my brother that I just called now, is you joining hand to, telling our brothers and sisters not to be weary, not to be weak, not to cry, for you to be strong and support this man, that Biafra may be restored in our own lifetime.
Welcome to this program as in the hot.
As the hot, I want to talk.
Go ahead. Your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, my name is Onyeka Ono. I'm calling from Netherlands, Amsterdam Zone.
Beautiful. Onyeka, please go ahead and make your contribution. 2 minutes, please.
Yes. Yeah, what happened to our leader? It's a divine arrangement.
There is a topic.
And,
hold on, listen. There is a topic I don't know why you people always go out of the topic. The topic we are discussing is about the UK Parliament that is going to host.
Yes, that's where I'm getting.
What are you expecting? What are your expectations? That is what I want to hear. Then after, then you can now cover up with whatever your opinion. Go ahead.
Yes, our expectation is for them to talk about the release of our leader and also look into our crime so that we can able to get referendum, then we'll be free from Nigeria. So that is it.
Okay, now if you have another thing you want to say or advice you want to give to Biafra, go ahead and do that.
Yes, what I would tell Biafra is this: we should be strong and we should be prayerful. And I want to assure you all Biafrans that nothing will happen to our leader because he's fighting a just cause and the God of our forefather is behind him. So nothing will surely happen to him. Nothing will scratch. Just like you said, what happened in Kenya is a mistake and it will never happen again. So this is all I have to say. Let us be prayerful.
Thank you.
Let us put it.
Thank you very, very, very much, my brother. Thank you very, very much, my brother, for your contribution. You have to be prayerful. You have to be strong. And when you are called upon to march the street, you march the street without being afraid. If it is death, all of us, and we are already all dead people walking. Because if you look at those children under that roof, that zinc that have spoiled completely, that zinc breeze can bring it down and kill those children. Are you telling me that those children are safe under that roof? They are not safe. Breeze can bring it down. When rain is beating them, even during the day, they can fall on its own without even any breeze. And nothing is happening to the people who are supposed to do what? To protect these children. And you are watching. Now it is a very good sign to the governors that they are seeing them as Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho. So if you like Bombo Njaba, if you like Bombo bumped, because you're going to be bumped very soon. Welcome to this program, as they heard, my brother.
As they heard, Nazago Toga.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for this for the program you are having today. My name is Oleka. Oleka is calling from Atlanta, Georgia. Full support of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in whatever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing is what my belief and where I stand for. And we in America is standing behind Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and nothing is going to happen to him. You people should remember, Biafrans all over, you people should remember the stand that the UK Parliament is about to take. I don't know how many of you were so young or how old you were during the first time Buhari took over from Shehu Shagari. That's what they did. When they went to London, British government London to extradite Omar Diko. They went there and kidnapped Omar Diko. And that is why the British Parliament, when after discussing what they do to Nigeria, Nigeria started the ban off from free visa entry into London. Before, we don't go to London with visas. It's because of the action of this stupid Muhammad Buhari and Idiabon that they changed the status quo of Nigerians not coming into Britain again with visa free. And the same stupid Buhari is doing the same thing he did because of putting us in danger. And you see what is going to happen. Nigeria is going to suffer. This is going to suffer through this action they took in Kenya. They did it to Maro Diko. The same Buhari did it and tarnishing the image of indigenous people because they are not indigenous to Nigeria. They want to destroy Nigeria. Buhari and his cohort and the Fulanis want to destroy Nigeria and give Nigeria a new name. Whatever is happening now, I want all Biafrans, anywhere you are, this is a media war. You people should support our media, our social media. We should support this platform. And particularly, you can just spoke. We have to support our media. Anywhere we are, support our media now. Support ESN. That is all we have. We have to be guided. We have to be ready. Whatever they want at this time, we are going to give it to them. We might not wait until the 26th before they pass their judgment. But it's only we are waiting for the DOS with their instruction and their directive on what to do. We are not going to wait for them to pronounce any judgment on our leader. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of Biafra. He represents Biafra. He is our prime minister. He is our president. He is everything we need to have now to restore Biafra. Please, Biafrans all over the world, support our media so that they'll be able to carry out their work diligently as Mazi Darlington is doing now. Please, we need the support to support our media. Thank you. Oleka from Atlanta.
Thank you very much, Mazi Oleka from Atlanta. You're a good man. People like you are the reason why I am strong. People like you are the reason why I am not looking backward. People like you are the reason why I stand with my 2 feet on the ground. Now, because I know that there are men over there in America, in Europe, in Asia, that is standing with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with full force. People that are ready to do anything that is needed of them to fight and make sure that motherland, Biafra, is not taken over by our enemies. These are men of timber and caliber. These are men that knows how to do things and things we click into the right direction. When they call on this platform, I used to have this joy in me, knowing fully well that, of course, they know that we are on the right channel. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is already on the ground. And whatsoever discussion that is going to come out of this UK Parliament tomorrow, this House of Lords, is going to be in our favor. Take it or leave it. However, because we've been crying for a very long time. We've been crying for a very long time. We've been crying, asking for justice, asking for equity. Nobody was listening. Nobody was looking at us. But this time around, the abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya have opened a very big road that Nigeria people cannot pass. And I want to go on music break. Once I come back from this music break, I'm going to answer more calls. Then from there, I will start preparing to bring the program to an end. Because I remain your brother Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I go Biafra and Kembo Nambo. Remain resolute and stay tuned. Let me clean my plate. I'll be back.
Spartans! Afambu Don Keke. Don Dizzy, finest finger. You go like matter. Men I talk to the whole world. You go like matter. Men I talk to CNN. You go like matter. And I talk to BBC. You go like matter. Hello Joe Biden. You go like matter. I wanna keep us. You go like matter. You go like matter. I go like matter. You go like matter. I want kind of better when you get good life. Papi go keep silent until it will chime. Let me switch to English so the world can hear me. Insecurity for Nigeria, they blow past win. After all the shooting and shooting for no comment. Nami could cut the harass, innocent young men. Country over the tube, country over the tire. Why they no go shoot us when they see us like in Nama? And at the same matter, when they go back to Rita. Why they go to Malopoda with the hellfire? Now we different water we chilling and see a people dying in cold blood, it's nobody concerned. You say you go treat us with language where we understand. If you know the language, why you no come make we talk am? Make we know what's in the problem and how we go solve am. Everybody for this country got of us important. Before you shoot person, go shoot yourself, knock out. Ade kanda go pro na go po kanda chuke grenako ko kandi nemwe go lilanya kande be program na fupo. You go like matter, men I talk to the whole world. You go like matter, men I talk to CNN. You go like matter. And I talk to BBC. You go like matter. Hello Joe Biden. You go like matter. I wanna keep us. You go like matter. You go like matter. You go like matter. You go like matter. We should shut down the National Assembly. Let's shut down. If you cannot tell me something, we stay in our homes. Our country is freezing. People are in poverty. There's no food. People are hungry. Insecurity is threatening us. We cannot pretend. It's better we're not here. As for me, Mr. President, Senator.
Yes, so welcome back once again, my brothers and my sisters. Igbo life matters. The guy said before you shoot somebody gun, you should shoot yourself knockout. He said hello to Joe Biden that our life matters. They are killing us and they're telling us that they know the language. They are going to speak to us with the language we understand. The language we understand is killing us. That is what they're trying to let us know. And that is why they brought their president Twitter handle down. My brothers and my sisters, I remain your brother Mazi always became, and may Chukwu bless each and every one of you. I am going to meet you. I'm going to come up again tomorrow morning to speak to humanity and to continue doing this great job that we are doing here. I say Monya Fruta Takafukuyechi, Osisobana Flu Natu Kwasimu Frebria Bro, and my say Chukwu Kabia, my Kobana Tomo Biafra Kojo Yapon Momo, or much Abai Balam Guram with Supeyaro, and my Suma Gadrun Nama. I love each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart, and I want you all to know that each and every one of you that is thinking or considering that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's arrest is going to break IPOB, you are a liar, because such a thing does not exist. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu built IPOB in a way that it can never be break. You can never break it. IPOB is unbreakable. The foundation of IPOB is more solid now than 2015 that he was arrested. So no amount of your intimidation, no amount of your whatever you are writing, no amount of whatsoever you are planning, no amount of any conspiracy theory that you are bringing up that is going to bring this movement down. It is not possible. It is never possible. So on this note, I say, may Chukwu bless each and every one of you. I love you all. Mazi Ben Jaffe, thank you so much for joining us. Princess Afvina Ponamu, Cosmos Good, and all of you, Onyebuenyi, Anthony, all of you that are watching Peter's NGO Descent, but all of you are watching. All of you that are watching and share this program, may God bless you. May God bless each and every one of you. Ben Jaffe, Wilson Onovo, thank you so much, my buddy. Say good work. And Peter's NGO, I've acknowledged your presence. Paul Austin, all of you are trying very, very well by sharing this program. And Ifeanyi Okpara, thank you, each and every one of you. Eze, thank you very, very much. May God bless all of us. Thank you. I'm standing out right now.
Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. Beloved homeland of our brave heroes. We must defend our lives, or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all our foes. But if their prize is that for all we hold dear, then let us die without a shred of fear. Hail to Biafra, consecrated nation. O fatherland, this be our solemn pledge. Defending thee shall be a dedication. Spilling our blood, we count a privilege. The waving standard which embodies the free shall always be a flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscared we'll pass. When we are poised, the wounds of battle to heal, we shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets build the glorious song of victory. We start our mind to run. Oh God, protect us from the hidden pitfall. Guide all our movement lest we go astray. Give us the strength to hear the human and not to count their cost each day. Bless those who rule to serve rich race on the blessed to make this climb a land of righteousness.